couple years ago, I started working on a signature rod for me at Favorite. And I really want to put these rods to the test and see exactly, like, can I break them? I was about to say a whole bunch of complicated stuff. I want to see if I can break these rods. I don't really have a purpose for this video other than to test the rods out. So let's just go straight to the water. All right, looks like the tide is already coming out, which is, yeah, whatever. I've been fishing a lot better this year on incoming tide than I have outgoing. I usually like outgoing, but for whatever reason, I've had much better luck this year on incoming tide. Let's make sure I was saying that right. Anyway, the weather looks great today. It's a good day to be down here at the coast. It's so hot out here in December that the gnats are out. Like, you got to make sure you're off the lake by a certain time just so you can avoid the gnats. But let's go over here in the flats and try to catch us a few fish, all right? Let's see what we can come up with here. I love fishing places like this. You can see this is a little creek. If you'll look in the back here, there's a big, humongous flat. And right now the tide's outgoing. So all of these fish are coming out. All the bait, everything is coming off of the flat and it's funneling through this ditch. This is just like bass fishing. These fish need basically the same things to live that freshwater fish need. They need bait, they need structure, something to hide from. Only difference is in saltwater, the fish you're fishing for are not at the top of the food chain. They have to kind of protect themselves from predator fish, dolphins, and God knows whatever else eats the fish here. So they're just funneling through this ditch, and then they're gonna stop right here on these docks. And there's a little bit of grass here. They'll stop right here, and then after that, they'll go back on the incoming tide. They'll go back into the flat again. Small trout. That gets the day started. That's actually a pretty decent trout right there. Heck yeah. Nothing wrong with that size. He goes. Now, trout are like this is not exactly what I promised you as being hard on the equipment here. Trout are sort of like the crappie of the ocean. You don't really throw them back. That's why he's jumping so bad. He knows it. I think I'm gonna sit down and change my colors here. I got just a couple different profiles of baits that I like to use when I'm saltwater fishing. Basically, they're nothing but swim baits, little paddle tail swim baits, and I also like to use like a straight tail shad shape type plastic as well. But I'm gonna switch to something a little darker and something with a little bit more action because the water's flowing extremely fast and it's kind of milky. Maybe this will help me get a little bit more attention to my bait. Once we get about an hour into the incoming tide, then we'll start to hit some of my bigger fish spots, the redfish stuff. The stuff's really gonna give this rod a test. Yep, there he is. Put in that back thing right, that back live wheel. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, a little trout. It's a little hole. It'll make sense when you see it. They don't catch many. You catch, go up there. Just go ahead and make it. That's up there. It's not a hole that you sit here and just catch a bunch of them, but you know, I don't know why. It makes me mad because I feel like it should be loaded in here, but you just catch like 3, 4, and then it's like they know you're here and then they leave. Hey Rob, I think we can probably go to one of my redfish spots now where we catch some of those big reds at. The tide's starting to fall out quite a bit, and I think everything should line up just right. A spot like this, a really big dock. This dock has a lot of pilings on it. definitely a place that I like to always hit. Any kind of big dock with a lot of pilings. All those pilings are is a place for these fish to hide and have structure, so they feel protected. So the bait fish feel protected as well as the redfish. So I'm going to fish all the way down through here.
Like I was down at Ski Hatchie, we went offshore fishing, but when you come back in the evenings like this, you know, hold on.
It's one of them big ones. That's one of them ones. Dude, he hit it so hard. He hit it so hard. I hope I can turn him. That's one of them ones like I catch. If I can get him in, that's the problem. You ain't gonna hardly too much get him in. Ain't nothing you can do. Throw out there and catch you one. That's probably about the best thing to do. They always get deep here. That's one of them ones. Oh Lord, one of them ones. One of them ones. Oh, rod, hold up the old bass fishing rod. Kind of got the boat jacked up for you. Fish it. Let me pull you away some. I'm just gonna pull you away so you can fish it. We're setting about where they are, but it's so deep that it don't matter. They ain't gonna go nowhere. I just let it drift. I just let it slack line in the tide. One of them good goods. It'll be 30 inches probably. He just like
hurry up and get him on up here so I can take a picture with him.
I don't know. So yeah.
I seen you load up that rod.
You should have felt him bite it. This is what it felt like when he bit it. I was like, well, listen, when he bit it, I looked at your line just to make sure you didn't like have me. I was like, did he just clip my line?
You got a hammerjack?
I know, right?
Bow up on one time, good buddy.
I'm bowed up as much as I can bow up as I want to bow. Oh. I don't really have, I think I got like 12 pound test on because I was trout fishing. I don't think I got big line on. I only got 12 and 15 up there.
Like 8 on here, so I have
Oh yeah, you done. You ain't even fishing. You think you're fishing, you're not even fishing. And then you done hung up in the oysters a couple times too. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. I guess I should put a net in here. But it's more fun to like try to wrestle him.
camera so I can watch him.
Yeah. Usually you can grab him up under his belly and he'll. This big old big head red. Big red. I ain't seen him yet. Pull it up and be a doggone alligator or a shark or something.
Stingray hooked in the tail.
Dang, he is not really tired though.
Big old lip this time.
I just hope he don't go under the dock. If he goes, I'm gonna have to put a little pressure on him. That's not good. That is not good.
Take after him, try to catch up with him?
I guess I probably should, shouldn't I?
Get a little control on him, you can turn him more, you can get close to him.
Dude. Oh, now my wrist is getting tired. Now my wrist is getting tired. It's like at this moment where you're like, man, maybe bass gear wasn't that great of an idea. like maybe I should have got a little bit bigger, heavier rod. Is at that moment
You know, you're all like, I just use my bass gear. I just use my bass gear. 12-pound test, that's all you need. And then you get out here, you hook into one like this, and you're like, man, I really probably should have got something bigger. I'm just gonna play it. She's probably talking about us. We sat here about 2 hours 2 weekends ago. She came out and talked to us. I think she forgot who we were. She didn't have the dogs last weekend. At that moment, I realized that maybe a bigger rod, bigger line might be a net. Ooh, he is not really feeling it. Yeah, Brad fought one like this forever. He fought one for 15 minutes. I'm really not that close to being done though. Oh, here's my leader. He ain't that big. He ain't even that big. Yeah, it's not that big. There's my leader right there. See it? He's not even that big. I mean, like, he's better than anything we caught today, but he's not that big. He built like me. You know, a lot of people say stuff like, yeah, Brian ain't that big, and then then they see me. When they really see me, yeah, they're like, oh yeah. He's not even that big. I don't even think this fish is 30 inches. It was at that moment when I realized maybe I should have had some bigger gear. It's more fun this way though still. I mean, he's a good one, but he's not that big at all. Golden though. Oh yeah.
Jumbo.
Oh, 12 pound. Let's see what we can do. Let me get down here to the low parts. That'll help me a little bit. Yeah. Oh. Come here, I'll hug you like that, baby. What's his name? I hugged him. God, he is pretty though. Look how golden he is.
That's awesome.
I think we say that with every fish when you catch. Oh God, look how pretty he is. Oh God, look how pretty he is. He's croaking. He's croaking a little bit. OCA does have a good color with that.
Yeah, that's a good fish,
That's
man. Hey,
yeah.
you got your hands full of
I like that.
Right, dude. Oh, 12-pound test. Bass tackle.
No, he's tired.
Yeah, he's tired. I know I'm tired. If he ain't tired, I'm tired.
What kind of guy gonna run around and catch one like that on me?
I don't know. Hey, was I in the back? I was in the back. I was in the back. Dude, he hit it so hard. I was working it. Yeah, you gotta let it go on the bottom on this spot. It's probably like, I'll turn the graph on.
Oh, so now he's gonna turn the graph.
Let's see. You kind of want it to be, it's 20 foot right here, but where you fishing up there, it's like about 10, 12. I don't even you just kind of let the current just take it. It's about too high for that right now, but
Yeah, it looked too high.
but
It looked too high.
I mean, you want to fish it at dead low, but we couldn't fish it at dead low today. All right, so maybe I didn't catch as many redfish as I thought I was going to, but I caught enough today to where you saw where freshwater gear will semi-hold up to whatever you got going on in the saltwater. Like it's not like my equipment failed me. Now I was kind of put it a little bit, I was compromised. My integrity was compromised, my strength, my manship, my testosterone was definitely compromised by using a little bitty medium heavy 7 foot long fishing rod. today, but it was still a lot of fun. You know, like, you don't need special tackle to get out here and do this and have some fun. So you bass guys, you guys are freshwater fishermen, like how I grew up. I didn't grow up saltwater fishing. I grew up fishing for bass in clear water in 30, 40, 50 foot. I didn't grow up close to the coast where I even had an opportunity. But if you want something that's a little more fresh, if you want something that is to kind of spicing up your fishing game, try this, dude. This has been a blast. I've had so much fun doing this because I didn't grow up doing it. I'm like 4 or 5 years into it. Try fishing inshore salt. It's like bass fishing, but you get the repetition. You catch a lot more fish. And it's just, you get that coastal atmosphere. So the next time you're down here at the coast, when you're going to the beach with your family or whatever, take some time, bring a rod or two, and try some inshore saltwater fishing. It's a lot of fun.